AM Podcast Network presentation, Real One.
I listen to it at night, in the morning, at work, at school, everywhere I go.
Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Blue Collar Review. As always, we're your hosts,
Josh
and Ryan, coming to you with the first episode of 2016.
Woohoo!
Episode 34. Yeah, 34.
Yes, 34.
Alright, we had a week off for the new year and for holidays, so hope everybody had a good one, had a safe one. Hope none of y'all ended up in jail or dead.
Yep. So, I'm still writing 2015 every time I write down something.
Yeah.
It's 2005 scribble 6.
Yep, and that's going to be for the next
month.
2-3 months.
Every single time. I mean, I even think, okay, it's 2016. I still put a 5.
Yeah, I need to write a sick crap.
5. It's a 5 every time.
Yep. There's going to be a bunch of corrected 5s for a while. The 5s with the loop continues.
That's right. At least it's close.
Yeah, it's not
close
terrible.
to the same number.
Like a 4 and a 5 weren't even close. 3 and a 4, nope. 2 and 3, it looks bad because you have like a 2 with an extra hump in it.
Yeah, you got to continue to loop down. That's funny.
Trying to write those is no bueno. Diversity right there. All right. Do you have a recommendation for the week? I didn't even think about that.
No.
I have one just because I was thinking about it last week. I thought of one that I was thinking about and wanted to recommend, and then they just happened to add it to Netflix that week, which was kind of weird coincidence, but I'll take it.
That always happens to me. Every time if I go to the store and rent a movie, I swear the next day it is on Netflix or it's on TV.
Yep.
And I'm like, really? I spent money to rent this, and it's on. It's like they know.
Yeah, it's really weird. That's the same thing that kind of happens to me. I don't get it. You go rent something, you pay money for it, and then all of a sudden
it's everywhere.
You can get it for free right after that. So I don't know. It's a weird. Yeah,
it happens. I'm glad it happens to you. I swear. Sarah's like, isn't that funny that that's on TV now? I'm like, no, it's not. It's not funny.
I just paid for that. It's not funny.
I was like, I haven't seen that movie in so long. It's never on TV. Bam. The next day. The next day.
I did that because Kayla had never seen Major League, the original one from the 80s. I rented it on Vudu for like $3.
Yeah.
The next week, it was on Netflix.
Yep. I swear.
Fantastic.
It's like I'm bugged, and they're like, ooh, I wonder what he's watching. Ooh, we're going to put that. Since he's watching it, other people want to watch it.
Oh, yeah. It's been searched for a lot lately, so let's... Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for taking my search results and making more.
It's the worst.
Ugh. But the recommendation I'm talking about it's a movie from, I want to say it's the early 2000s. It was when Sean William Scott was pretty hot. It's The Rundown with Sean William Scott and The Rock.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
It's right when The Rock was first kind of getting into acting.
He's still called The Rock in this movie. Like, that's his
it's not the hyphenated Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yeah, he's credited as The Rock.
Yeah. And it's funny if you go back and watch it because he's not as big yet. Like now, he is massive.
He's just muscle.
Now he is like the Hulk. I don't know. Maybe he's juicing up to play a Hulk role or something.
Maybe. They just paint him green and he's Bruce Banner when he turns.
It's like back in the old '80s show. He doesn't look much like Mark Ruffalo. I don't think.
No. And he's bald.
We need to put them face to face beside each other and just see, is there a resemblance? But he's not nearly as swollen as he is now. But it's funny.
Yeah,
he was still a big guy. He's always been a big guy. I don't think that's really...
And he does all of his wrestling moves in this movie. They incorporate a lot of wrestling moves.
Well, it's because he doesn't like guns. Christopher Walken is in this movie.
Yeah, Christopher Walken playing Christopher Walken.
Yep, as always. Has he ever played anything other than Christopher Walken?
I don't think he has. I think he's always Christopher Walken playing a certain character as Christopher Walken.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch that Peter Pan live thing.
That you should have. Him dancing around, it's fantastic.
Hey, Peter Pan.
Yeah, that's how he does it. Hey, Peter Pan, why you flying around? It's great.
You gotta land over here.
It's so good.
I'm gonna get you with my hook.
It's like you've seen the movie.
Oh, it's coming to me. I can feel it. Oh God.
Speaking of that, do you know that they made another one? They're doing these live
good
Broadway things. They did Oz.
No, The Wiz.
The Wiz.
They did The Wiz.
The Wiz.
Oh yes, I saw it on the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah.
Yep.
They did The Wiz.
Yeah.
But
good for them. I'm good.
I'm not really a play.
Well, they've been doing so well,
kind of guy. So yeah.
I mean, Pan was an amazing movie, by the way.
We should put that on our list.
That should. Why is that?
We will. We'll add that to the list.
Yeah, that's on there. Oh, that was a bad movie.
It's already on DVD and everything.
That. How is Straight Outta Compton still not out on DVD yet?
They must be waiting for something.
It's in 2 weeks.
I don't want to. It's in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks from today is when it comes out.
Oh.
Why did they wait until 3 weeks after Christmas?
That's true.
I feel like they missed out.
I don't know.
Because I know there were certain movies that they did. They timed it to where they got out right before Christmas. And of course that's going to help your sales a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. But the rundown. So, yeah. Oh, we're back in full motion right now.
Bring him back around.
The rundown is Seann William Scott and The Rock. Takes place, I mean, it's in 2000, maybe 2 or 3, something like that.
Yeah, it's quite...
It's a little bit old.
Yeah.
The Rock is a kind of a bounty hunter type person. He's a collector for this kind of loan shark guy. And Seann William Scott...
He doesn't want to be.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be. He's kind of forced into it.
I think he just assumes that since he's a giant man, that
They never address that.
The only thing he can do is...
Well, they never address it, but he keeps confronting the head guy saying, "Give me my money, I want out." It's like he can't. It's like he owes a debt or something. So I don't know.
So maybe he owes the loan shark something. And that's why he's a collector.
And so he's sent to go get Seann William Scott from some South American crap country, where, of course, Seann William Scott refuses, and it goes from there, of him trying to get him and chase him down.
Yeah.
Christopher Walken tries to interfere.
Yeah. Seann William Scott's like a treasure hunter, and Seann William Scott will not leave the country until he gets the treasure he's been trying to find. And Christopher Walken is like the dictator of this village.
Yeah.
And they're he's using the villagers to mine for gold. Right? Is it gold? Is that what they're looking for?
Gold or diamonds. I think it might be diamonds.
Some kind of precious gem.
Yeah.
And so Christopher Walken obviously doesn't want Seann William Scott to leave because he wants the treasure for himself, and thus the battle begins.
Yeah.
But
The Rock doesn't like guns.
But it's actually a really good movie. It's got good stunts and stuff in it, and
the humor is pretty good.
It's over the top, you know. Oh, you want a little bit of thunder, a little bit of lightning.
No, it was the feet.
Yeah, but he does his hands too. The second time, he's like thunder, lightning, and he's dancing, and he kicks the guy.
I love when he does it to The Rock, and The Rock just
punches him in the face. Yeah. You want a little bit?
You're so angry.
But he's talking junk about him being caught in the rope, and then he gets caught in the rope.
Yeah.
And he's like, I think we need to back up here. I think we need
Let's start over.
Let's start over. Smack.
That and right after the first time he kind of grabs him, you are so angry. Oh, what? You gonna keep talking about kicking my ass again? You wanna try again? But it's a pretty funny movie. It's PG-13, so it's not terrible. You can watch it if you've got some kids that aren't 4 or 5. You can watch it. It's fun. It's just a good little action comedy.
It's a short little movie. It's
that last battle scene is kind of funny. It's kind of cool.
I'm glad it's on Netflix.
Yeah. And I'm glad I didn't pay for it. I was thinking about it all week. Like, man, I kind of want to watch that movie again, and I have it on DVD. I think I just don't know where it's at. And sure enough, it popped up on my Spotlight.
Sweet.
It's fantastic. So that's my recommendation for the week. Go check it out. It's on Netflix. It's not bad. So, all right. We'll get into our 2 What did you see this week? Did you have a big review for the week?
No, I went to the movies. I finally had time. I had a half day at work. I went to the movies and I was just drawn back to Star Wars, and I saw Star Wars again. I was going to see something else just to have something to review, but if Star Wars was playing, I couldn't,
can't help it.
I couldn't help it, and it was early in the day. There was hardly anybody there, so there was no hooping and hollering.
I do want to see it just without the hooping and hollering, because that still made me angry.
So, and I saw it in regular. I didn't see the first time we saw it in 3D.
Yeah.
And this time I saw it in regular, and I'm not gonna lie, I liked it better in 2D than I did in 3D. It felt more vintage. It had, it didn't seem quite
had a better feel to it.
Yeah, it didn't seem quite as CGI'd and quite as modern. Had like a little bit of an old feel to it. So,
all right. Well, I went and saw Daddy's Home this week, starring Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg. That's how he says it.
Mark, Donnie, get the car.
Marky Mark.
Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is the stepdad, and he's trying to get acquainted as being the stepdad of 2 kids and a new wife. And in comes Mark Wahlberg, the real dad, who's of course much cooler and much more badass than Will Ferrell.
Much like in real life.
Yes. And so it's pretty much them competing to see who's the better dad. And it's actually a pretty good movie. It's a PG-13 comedy, which I don't know why. I thought it was R.
Yeah,
and then found out going into it was PG-13, which almost took away from it for me, because with Mark Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, you almost expect rated R.
Yeah.
Especially as of late, because Mark Wahlberg, everything he's made has been rated R.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it wasn't bad, though. It was kind of like, where Talladega Nights was PG-13 and still pretty funny, in that same aspect of they just don't rely on vulgarity in this one.
Yeah. They reined him in just a little bit.
Yeah.
Which I guess, I'm not a huge fan of just straight up always cussing movies.
Yeah.
But,
Which, my thing is, with them, you almost need it, because that's almost, I think, the thing that was lacking, is you kind of almost expect it from both of them. And it feels like you can tell they're holding back a little bit. And it almost hurts the way that they deliver stuff, because you can really tell I can't say that.
Yeah, there might be like an unrated version or something when it comes out.
I hope.
When it comes out.
That would be hilarious. So. And there is a guest appearance.
Oh, is there?
Yep. The guest appearance is by John Cena!
Oh, is it really?
Yep.
That's funny.
I love John Cena. He's funny. Yep. Well, how did he become an internet hero all of a sudden?
I don't know. It's those funny videos of like things falling and exploding. It's I saw a Fallout mod of a fat boy that shoots John Cena's, and when the nuclear explosion happens, it's the song plays instead of the explosion. It's you see the nuclear like cloud, and it's da 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 da.
I want that.
And when it shoots, it goes John Cena. Da, da, da. It's awesome. It's really funny.
Can we get that kind of mod on an Xbox, please?
Yeah, that's. I was like, oh, see, that's why I wish I was into computer gaming. Just for.
I wish I had a computer that wasn't built in 2008.
Yeah.
My computer, by the way, when I tried to record, won't happen.
Really?
Yeah. It will not happen. It's that bad.
Bless it.
Oh, it's rough. When I had to install. There's something I had to install, and I had to. It was iTunes, the new iTunes update. I had to go to Apple and find the correct version that would run on my computer, and it was the much lower downgraded version.
And the 2-bit version instead of the 8-bit.
Yeah. Oh, it's bad. I had to struggle to find that one.
That's funny.
And because I couldn't use iTunes. I was trying to add a CD to my phone, and it wasn't happening. It's bad. My computer it's rough. It's a Dell XPS from 2008. It's been through some crap.
I'm just surprised it still even runs, to be
honestly,
honest.
Me too.
Yeah.
And the fun thing is, that's what I try to edit the podcast on. So that's why it takes me a little while to get it edited. Because just to load, I'm not going to lie, just to load the podcast, I put it like from the flash drive, I pop it in and it starts to load. Yeah, it honestly takes it 20 minutes just to open the file.
Nice.
That time remaining, it starts at about 20 minutes.
Nice.
Every time. It's a nightmare. Oh, but Daddy's Home is... they compete back and forth. It's got the humor, a lot of the humor you'd expect. So a good bit of it is in the trailers, but there's some other parts that aren't, and they actually are pretty funny. So it's exactly what you would think it is. It's, I don't know, I would almost say just wait till Redbox. It's pretty funny, but you could honestly probably wait till Redbox to see it. Not a necessity to go see in theaters unless you're just that bored. And if you're that bored, just go watch Star Wars again.
That's right. Unless you want a comedy. I can't think of any other comedies that are out
Star
right
Wars
now.
has some comedy. Star Wars has it all.
Star Wars is all encompassing.
Well, so go check. I mean, I say go check it out, but wait till Redbox. Wait till it comes out on DVD. Don't run to go see it. So.
Right.
All right. The other thing that I watched this week was it's a new series added by Netflix, which once again Netflix. They're adding some good stuff. They've got good original content. And it's the series Making a Murderer, which it's weird because it's a documentary, and I looked at it and thought that every episode would be like a different serial killer, but it's just one person. It's a case about one person in Wisconsin back in... It starts in 85 and goes all the way until pretty much now. But it is pretty crazy. And it's a documentary. The guy's name was Stephen Avery. He was convicted of like a sexual assault back in 85. In 2003, he was released because they found out by DNA testing he was innocent. Well, then 3 years later, he gets charged with murder. And it's about the whole 1985 until now, the entire case. And it's about every detail of it, every courtroom setting, every piece of evidence. And I thought it was going to be boring. I thought after the first episode, I was like, well, how are they going to do this for 10 episodes?
Yeah.
But they do it. And it's really good. I honestly recommend it to everybody. It raises a load of questions and a lot in your head that's like, wow, I wonder if he actually did it. So, I don't want to spoil it.
Is it like Criminal Minds kind of thing? Or is it...
I don't watch Criminal Minds.
What? You don't like Criminal
No,
Minds?
I don't. It's not that I don't like it. I just don't watch it.
No, Criminal Minds is good.
I don't know.
Makes you
I
scary.
watch Law and Order.
Yeah.
SVU. Only SVU is a good one.
Criminal Minds is, like I said, it's like, man, these people are... Makes you want to stay in your house. Be afraid to talk to people. You don't know who's crazy and who's not.
Yeah, I don't. My thing with Law and Order SVU is my favorite. I think it's just because the characters, like the main detectives. But now the main one is gone. So I haven't watched it since then.
I've never really been a Law and Order fan, so I don't know who they are.
Yeah, that's why it's the. I'm trying to think. He was in Wet Hot American Summer, the cook.
Oh, okay.
That guy.
Yeah.
I always forget his name because it's weird. But he was my favorite. That's all.
So, Making a Murderer.
Making a Murderer. It is fantastic. I recommend watching it on Netflix immediately. I've been recommending it to a lot of people because it's just really good. So
Sweet.
Go check that out.
So, since it's the end of the year, we are going to real quick do a quick summary of our top movies that we can remember of the year.
Yeah, some of the best of 2015.
The ones that stick out to us.
And we're also going to do some of the worst.
Yes.
Because there's a couple of those stinkers in there.
Unfortunately, we saw many bad ones.
Yeah.
So anyway, they're not really in any kind of specific order, but we're just gonna. There's been a lot of. This has been the year of superheroes.
Yeah.
And the year of reboots.
Yeah, and not good ones.
No, some of them have not been the greatest. So, like I said, where do you want to jump in here? Like,
well, honestly, I think it is actually my favorite. I say it because it's on the top of my list, and he says it's in no particular order, and he's right. It was just I went through and looked at movies that I loved. However, this one is at the top of my list, and I think it is my favorite of the year. I've talked about it 100 times on the podcast. Mad Max Fury Road.
Yes.
Tom Hardy.
Which falls in the category... Technically a reboot. I mean, technically...
It's a sequel.
I mean, but a sequel.
It's just a sequel with a new actor because the other guy's like 70.
Yeah, but they're reintroducing it to the populace.
Is James Bond a reboot then?
No, that's truly a sequel.
This is too.
Wait, it's a sequel.
It's
boot?
like a James Bond type sequel.
It's a sequel boot.
It's a new guy. Same storyline.
Although technically, James Bond for this one was the last one of the Daniel Craig series.
Supposedly. I've got some news that may twist with that a little bit.
Anyway,
we'll get to that though.
So Mad Max, it is a good movie. I didn't like it when I saw it in theaters. I liked it when I rented it.
They're actually going to possibly re-release it in black and white in theaters, and I personally would go see. I'd love to go see it in black and white because I don't know. I feel like the way it looked was a big part of what made it as good as it was because it was different. And almost every single stunt was a real stunt. Like a real car was blown up. And that's something you don't even see anymore.
Real fire.
Yeah, real stuff. Now it's all CGI'd and crap. So that was nice, kind of a change of pace. So.
Yeah. I think one of my top ones... Well, we might as well just do our favorite. Since you did your favorite, I'm going to do my favorite. I've watched this movie probably 6 times since
I know which one you're going
I bought
with.
it. It's going to be The Martian.
Yeah, I knew that was coming because I saw it on your Voodoo the other
I don't
day.
know why I like it so much. I mean, I know why I like it so much, but like it just, it's so good. It's such a good movie. It's smart. It's well written. It's a long movie, but it engages you the whole time. I've seen it 6 times, and I still like, oh, come on, you can do it.
Is he gonna make it?
So I don't know. It's such a good movie. If you haven't seen The Martian, you gotta check it out. It is on DVD and everything now. So
Is it on disc? I don't think it's on disc yet. Just digital.
I think it's on. I think it is now.
Oh, okay. Because I went through the other day and didn't see it.
I think it came out the 3rd. I think it literally came out like 2 days ago.
Okay.
Like Saturday.
That's a weird day. Normally, they don't come out until Tuesday.
I swear that I'm pretty sure it's out. I think I saw it at Best Buy when I went.
All right,
or it could have just been an advertisement for it. I don't know.
But yeah, it is a good movie.
Check it out.
I did see a bunch of people criticizing it though. Like it's a movie. Once again, a movie of convenience.
Yeah.
He just happens to be a botanist.
Yeah, but he does other things besides botany.
Yeah, and somebody else was saying like it's weird that he just happens to know all this astrophysics. And
he's an astronaut.
He's a botanist.
Well, yeah,
he's not an astrophysicist.
He could have minored in.
They did they did a catch-all, kind of like most movies of like, well, I had Fast and Furious does I had a life before you.
Yeah.
This one does the catch-all of, well, the guys at NASA told me.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's kind of funny though.
I'm gonna defend this.
No. I'm not saying it's a bad movie. I'm just saying it's kind of funny, and that's what you can.
No, I totally understand. I totally understand. Yeah, I thought
Well, so the guys at NASA told me
he is a botanist and he knows how to make a hydrogen flame thing. I mean,
he's how you make oxygen. What?
But he could
and
be
water.
He could be a genius. Just because you're a botanist doesn't mean you couldn't know things about other things.
Hey, Matt Damon has been rescued so many times. That's fine.
Yeah,
he better.
Yeah, I do love that meme. But
he's out of saves. He's gonna get no more saves.
Without the money, all the money the government has spent trying to save Matt Damon.
So many better things could have been done. Yeah, he's got no more. He's out of saves.
Yeah.
No more saves. If you get lost again, Matt Damon, you're on your own. Which that was even, I think, the title of the episode, Stop Saving Matt Damon.
Yep.
Yeah.
But that's one of my favorite ones.
It is a good movie, though. It's worth checking out. It's worth watching if you haven't seen it yet. A surprising one was Straight Outta Compton. Frankly, I mean, because it came out at a pretty bad time.
It did.
With like the Baltimore and Ferguson stuff going on. I don't think the timing was all that great that it came out. I know I did not sign up to work off duty at the theater that week.
It was great for them, and I just lost my account.
Yep. Hold on, we're having a technical issue here. Josh's mic went quiet. See if we can get it fixed real quick. Been having that issue all day. There we go. He's back.
And we're back.
Yep. Ignore that little tapping noise. Sorry if it
Sorry about that.
Your eardrums. But yeah, Straight Outta Compton, I don't know, it was surprising for me because of the time it came out, and there was that really big possibility it was going to do nothing but kind of stir shit up.
Yeah.
But after watching it, even I mean, the music in it is really good. It's fantastic. The character and the casting is what's amazing because they all look almost identical to the real people. Mm-hmm. Which Ice Cube's son plays Ice Cube, so he's gonna look identical. He looks a lot more like him as the younger, like with Jerry curl, but when he grows up and kind of shaves his head, doesn't look nearly as much like him. So they did a good job of at least staying more on the Jerry curl era. Because he looks so much more like him. Dr. Dre's casting looks a lot like him. I don't know. I don't think he's as big, though. I think he's a little bit skinnier.
Yeah.
He's not as jacked as Dr. Dre is. I mean, the guy who played Eazy-E did a fantastic job. I mean, sounded like him, looked like him. That right there was amazing.
Yeah.
But generally just a good movie. I mean, I enjoyed to watch it. It comes out in 2 weeks on DVD, so when it comes out, if you haven't seen it, it's actually worth watching. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out when it comes out. I haven't seen it yet, so.
I actually almost went and saw it a second time, but we ended up not. I forgot. I think we were at a ball game, and we were really bored, and I was like, let's just go watch Straight Outta Compton again, but we missed it by like 15 minutes.
So, and I know we talked about it a little bit ago. This was the era of superhero, or this was the year of superhero movies. We had Avengers 2 came out.
Kind of let me down, though.
Yeah, the more I watched it, it definitely isn't as good as the first one, as far as like the nostalgia, or like the, this is all the superheroes in one. I still like it. It's still a good movie. I think the build-up for it was a little bit more than the movie delivered.
Yeah, I think the hype is almost what killed it.
Yeah. But it is hard to follow a movie that did as well as the first one. So, but it's still a good movie. We also had a couple new one new superhero. We had Ant-Man, which I think was surprisingly good. A lot of my friends, hey, is Ant-Man worth seeing? Yes, it is. It is a great little like tie-in movie to keep you in the Marvel universe until the next series comes out.
And it really did come out of nowhere.
No one ever heard of Ant-Man.
Ant-Man. Yeah, unless you read comics, you really think Ant-Man, really? That's a thing?
Yeah, that's what you're going for?
Yeah.
Why not make
a guy who can be small.
Yeah, why not make another Thor movie? Which they are. Yeah. But, this was a good one, like I said, to introduce you to some of this, because that's why I love comic books, because there's so many characters.
Yeah, there's so much out there.
Yeah, there's such a diversity. You don't have to be from another planet or,
you can get really small.
Or a demigod or the Hulk. You can be Ant-Man and be a good person.
And, but I think I'm right when I say this, he could become really large in the comics too, though. And I don't know why he couldn't do that in the movie.
Well, I think... Wasn't that Giant Man? Wasn't that...
I'm pretty sure Ant-Man could just become giant, too.
Yeah.
Because it's the same looking person.
Yeah, that's true. And I guess technically...
No, he could. I know for a fact because they even call him Hank Pym.
Yeah, because, I think the original. Yeah. The original Ant-Man.
And so I don't...
So, yeah,
they don't address that one.
There's tons of different... Maybe
they just don't have it yet.
Scientifically, I guess it is possible, because the way he gets small is they just decrease the space between molecules.
Just increase it.
Why can't you just increase it? So... Well, yeah, because he makes that giant ant.
Yeah. He has the little throwing star.
Yeah. And
why don't they just use that on himself?
Yeah. So maybe they'll do that in the next
Avengers. Maybe that's what they'll touch on. Or maybe that'll be in Civil War.
Yeah. So...
Maybe that'll be a weapon.
I can't think of any other superhero movies.
I mean, there was...
When did...
There was.
Did,
I think...
Days of Future Past?
I think that was last year.
Did it come out in 2015?
Yeah, I think that was 14. I think that maybe that was it.
Well, I mean, Avengers and Ant-Man.
Avengers and Ant-Man.
Big...
Did DC not have a movie this year? I don't think they did.
No, they did not.
They've just been building the hype on
Suicide
Squad and Batman v Superman.
Because they even said they were taking a year off to
make it.
To get... So I guess 2016 is going to be dominated by...
But, however, DC did dominate the TV in 2015.
Yeah, they did.
Their television presence is awesome.
We could talk about that. I really enjoy The Flash. I really enjoy Arrow. They got a new one out, Supergirl, which I've seen like 2 episodes of. It's okay.
However, it's a different company that's making it because CW makes The Flash and Arrow, and is it Fox or CBS that makes Supergirl?
CBS is Supergirl.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, CBS they make good TV shows, but
it's hit or miss for me with CBS.
Supergirl's okay. It's really not the greatest show I've ever seen. I mean, Arrow and Flash are better.
Which Arrow even kind of took us not as good of a turn this past season. Yeah. Well, season 3.
I think it's season 3. Yeah.
Yeah. The Ra's al Ghul thing.
Yeah. Season 4 is the one it's on now. It's decent. They're fighting Hive, which is pretty good. The Hive organization.
Well, I'm not as big on DC Universe. Yeah. I don't know nearly as much as Marvel.
Hive was all. Do you remember Teen Titans? Do you ever watch Teen Titans? Hive was like the main people against the Teen Titans.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so that's superheroes.
So yeah, Ant-Man was a really good movie. That was kind of surprising. Avengers, it was good, but not. The hype, I think, I really think that's what killed it. Everybody was expecting like a knockout movie that was going to just absolutely blow you away. And it was good, but it wasn't amazing like you would think. And the fact that they don't have Wolverine and they can't use him is what really hurts it.
Yeah.
They couldn't do the real story.
Yeah, it was a different version of the Ultron that... As comic book fans, we like the original. We like the original story versus what they showed.
Yeah, and that's the thing that you just can't do that original story without those characters.
Yeah, and that original story is quite confusing to show, like in a movie line, like in a line of,
But with the character, I think they could have done it if they'd have had the rights to do it.
Yeah, the characters.
Yeah, it would have been definitely a different movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, we did get introduced to Vision, at least, so we got something out of it.
Yeah.
All right, the next movie I had was Sicario, which I thought was just fantastic.
I love a dark movie.
Yeah, I love dark and gritty movies, and this one, it's very dark and gritty, and it's an FBI agent going across, like dealing with the border kind of fight between the cartels, and takes a couple weird turns, and it's really good.
Yeah, it is. It's good. It's one of those good cop dark.
Yeah.
Suspense.
It's got CIA's tied in with it, and you can't figure out you almost start to question who's actually good and who's bad.
Yeah.
So I loved Sicario. It comes out today on DVD, and I kind of want to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's actually. I'm going to try to go get it. Well, crap, I'm working. I might go tomorrow.
There you go. Jurassic World. That was another one of the big ones. The big.
It originally broke the record for the quickest to 1 billion.
It did.
Which has been surpassed.
Very much so. They're saying Star Wars today will break the Avatar record.
Hey, that's fine with me. I wasn't a big Avatar fan. We've discussed that one.
We're going to move past that. But anyway, Jurassic World. We actually talked about this right before we started the podcast. We both loved it when it came out in theaters. Since it's come out, it's on DVD and all that kind of good stuff. We rewatched it, and it's not as good the second time around.
It doesn't hold up nearly as well for a rewatch value.
Now, it did just come out in theaters, and I always hate rewatching a movie quickly after it comes out in theaters sometimes. So maybe this is one of those like once a year movies, but you do notice a lot of the plot holes the second time around. You're not blinded by, dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like you were when you see it the first time.
Dinosaurs, wow enough.
Yeah.
Nope, he's right. Or she's right. You get kind of bored.
Yeah. So, it's still a great movie. It is still much better than the second 2 Jurassic Parks. However, it is... That's another one that's a sequel boot. You know?
Yeah.
So
It had a lot of the tie-ins to the first one was actually really good. That was a good part of it.
Yeah. But the overall story itself, you do notice a lot of holes
You have
in it.
like 2 or 3 different random villains at times that change.
Yeah.
Oh, is he a villain now?
Yeah, is he trying
Where'd
to,
he go?
Is he trying to help? Is he not helping?
Yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio, you can't... Like, he's there, and then he just disappears for half the movie.
Like, he's a dick. I don't like him. Oh,
where'd he go?
Is he trying to help? No, okay. He's a dick again.
Oh, where'd he
Okay.
go? Oh, he's back. Oh, no, he's gone again.
Yeah, so...
No, he's back. Oh, no. Hey there! Oh.
And the girl, she's real annoying.
Yeah.
But anyway, I
she is ready for the jungle because she ties her shirt in a knot.
She is.
Hey. She's ready.
Yeah, she runs all across this tropical island in 4-inch high heel shoes.
Because that's doable.
Outruns the T-Rex in high heel shoes.
Yeah, another thing that's so doable.
She must. I mean,
She must have been a track star.
I hate to see her with tennis shoes on.
Put her on the Olympic team.
But still, as we're bashing it, it's still good. It's still on our top list. It is a good movie.
See, I had several people, and a guy I work with was saying that, oh, that's his favorite movie of the year when it came out. That's his favorite movie. And even when it first came out, I was like, it was good, but it's not my favorite movie.
Yeah, it's not my favorite movie, but of the year, it was good.
And at the time too, when it came out, there wasn't much else out, and it came out at a very good time because nothing else was going on. Mm-hmm. There wasn't many good ones before or after.
It was almost as advertised as much as Star Wars has been.
It was close. Now Star Wars they pushed that bar a little bit further. Star Wars aren't just...
Technically, Star Wars is on the list, even though it's still in theaters, so it's not...
it's on the list.
It's on the list, but I'm saying, I don't want to talk... We've talked about it. You know Star Wars is out. Yeah. It's still in theaters. Most of these are actually out of theaters now. So.
Yeah, the only one that's not out of theaters is Star Wars.
Yeah. And, so we also had some newer movies, some different movies, I should say.
Yeah.
The Kingsman was a good one. We were pleasantly surprised by.
Yeah, the church scene is absolutely...
Kingsman: The Secret Service, or is that what it's called?
I think it is. I think it's Kingsman: The Secret Service.
Yeah. Yeah. Very different movie. Really good. Very pleasantly surprised by that movie.
Yeah, it's got one of the best action scenes of the year.
Mm-hmm.
The action sequence that it has, it's just fun to watch. And that I've honestly just popped on and watched that action sequence and cut it back off because it's just fun. I mean, it's a fun one to watch. You can rewatch that scene over and over.
Every time I hear Freebird now, I think of two things. Yep. I think of Forrest Gump, and I think of The Kingsman.
Jedi.
So. Let's see what else is on our list here. And then, American Sniper and Foxcatcher, did they come... Were they in the Oscar thing last year? So they won't be in it for...
I think Foxcatcher was, which is kind of weird because it must have done exactly what The Revenant did, because The Revenant technically is in the 2015 talks, but it's not coming out until this week.
Yeah.
I think they did the same thing where they did like a limited release.
So that they could be out in the...
So they could be in those runnings.
Yeah. But, like I said, those all came out, and those have to be... American Sniper was a phenomenal movie.
Yeah. But it was propaganda.
Yeah, it was a pro-America film.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Yeah, what's the big deal with that?
Got me.
Anyway, so... Those are just a few of the good ones. Like I said, we saw more than that, but those are the big names. We thought we'd sum them up for you real quick.
Yeah. Of course, Ex Machina. I just actually got my wife to watch Ex Machina, and it is such a good movie. I forgot about. Ex Machina was one of those ones that not a lot of people heard about it, and I think it was possibly an indie film. I can't 100% remember. It was... I forgot how it came out. And, hold on a second. Josh's mic went cold again. We're trying to get it. And it should be good.
There we go. All right.
Yeah, Ex Machina went under the radar, but I loved it. I ended up buying it, and I got my wife to watch it. And I think she kind of did the same thing I did, where she was like, what? What just happened?
Yeah. So
I loved that one. So, we'll go on to the...
So we can't talk about the good movies without talking about the bad ones.
You gotta have that counterbalance.
And there were some doozies of poops made.
Mama said these my magic shows.
So, Terminator Genesis. Oh boy.
Yep, that happened.
Everybody that I've ever talked to about Terminator, they all have the same, reaction. What did they do? What?
Oh, they took out the best movie. They negated the best movies.
Yeah. But, what? It's the most confusing... does it take place now? Does it take place in...
It takes place all the time.
85?
At all times.
It's always Terminator Genesis is always happening.
That thing can never leave.
Jai Courtney ruined another movie.
Another series.
Yeah.
He killed Die Hard, now he killed this. If he kills Suicide Squad, he might get killed.
But Terminator Genesis was a big flop.
Terrible movie.
The whole movie was done for when they released the entire movie on the trailer.
Yeah, the spoiler was in the trailer.
Yeah, how are you going to ruin the movie in the trailer? That just,
It's bad marketing, bad
planning,
bad everything.
Awful.
Just bad movie.
Yeah. Like Honest Trailer said, you have the person with the Austrian accent doing most of the dialogue. What?
Yeah. The person who most people joke about talking is the one talking.
Talking, using all the big words.
Yep.
The space-time continuum, fulcrum, express, blah, 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 blah,
So
blah.
let's go through this to get to this. Well,
anyway, so
much more complicated.
Terminator was so bad. It had such potential, but it was so bad.
Yeah.
And then...
I hated that movie. It was one of those ones where you watch and you really, really regret watching, and you think, man, I really wish I could get that 2 hours back.
Yeah. And then the next one, Pixels, I think I went in... I didn't see it when it came out in theaters, so I wasn't let down by it. I knew it was bad. I saw it after Ryan reviewed it, and I didn't hate it. It wasn't good.
I hated it.
It wasn't... It could have been so much better. The idea behind it was great.
Did you see what I said though about Peter Dinklage? You really hate him.
Yes, he's a dick.
Yeah, they did a good job of making you hate Peter Dinklage.
But I think, if it wasn't Adam Sandler and Kevin James,
that's the problem. I think they had too big of a comedy name.
Yeah, I think if they would have had regular people, or maybe slightly even better actors, but not as predominantly funny, it would have been... The premise was great.
Yeah. The premise was a good idea. It was just bad follow-through.
Yeah. So, I think that was the biggest reason why it was a letdown.
Are we going to see a Pixels reboot at some point?
God, I hope not.
I hope we do, because it'll probably be better than the original.
Or a lower budget. Make it lower budget, and I think it would have been better. You know what I mean?
What?
The expectation was so high.
Well, no, the budget's fine. Just a better casting is what we need.
That's what I mean. Bring it down a notch, and I think it would have been... They made it like a blockbuster movie.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And it wasn't a blockbuster movie.
And I'm trying to think of... you almost need to go with either no names or go with just not historically people who are hysterical in roles that aren't hysterical. Yeah, that is true. Adam Sandler hasn't done anything that was amazingly funny in a long time.
Unfortunately.
And I think that was the problem. He peaked way too soon.
Yeah.
His best roles were Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, he peaked in the 90s, and he hasn't really bounced back since. Early 2000s.
I don't know what it is either. Those roles were awesome, and all the roles he's had lately, not even close.
Yeah. Well, all his roles now are Adam Sandler. He's like Christopher Walken. It's Adam Sandler playing this character instead of...
Pretty much.
Being a character played by Adam Sandler.
That is true.
And...
he's going to do some kind of
and last but certainly not least...
Oh, no, it's not last. Just I got one more.
Oh, do
we said we were going to add...
Oh, yeah, that's right. Fantastic Four. Ugh.
That was a great one.
Ugh.
That was easily... It's one of the worst movies of all time.
What? What?
Science montage.
Oh, it's so bad.
And they never even say the words Fantastic Four. Honest Trailers even brought that up.
It's so bad. Like,
They say the words, "Oh, it's fantastic," but that's about it.
there's 4 of us,
It's pretty fantastic.
and this is fantastic. Oh god, it's so bad. Like,
Oh man,
the villain,
is terrible.
like,
One of the best possible villains of all time.
yeah, one of those iconic comic book villains.
Oh, hold on, Josh. No. We're dealing with a definite technical. We don't know what the deal is. It may be time for some new mics. But all right, let's get. Crap! I just really screwed that up. Switch microphone ports.
There we go. All right, this no big deal.
Yeah, we saw Fantastic Four in theaters. We 100% discouraged everybody from going to see it in theaters because it was that bad.
It was bad. It was just such a letdown. It wasn't. I mean, the original ones they made
We're great.
Were bad, and we thought, you can't be as bad as the original ones.
Oh, they did.
No, it was
They
worse.
took that as a challenge.
It was worse because at least the original ones were light and
Yeah. Comic booky.
whimsically comic booky. This one was just dark and
Bad.
All
right, yeah, like we were saying,
rock
Doctor
cod
Doom.
pieces.
Doctor Doom is the absolute, he's one of the best villains in the Marvel universe. He's in almost every single big storyline that they do in comics.
Yeah.
He's involved in
Yes,
some way.
he's a partner. He's a financer of something.
He's something.
Yeah.
Well, they managed to completely ruin that.
And his power is electricity.
Well,
right?
no, he has telepathy type stuff.
Does he have telepathy?
He
But
does.
he can't blow up people's
He's
heads.
like magical and stuff.
Yeah, but he can't blow up people's heads like he does in this movie.
I don't know that.
That he
I don't remember that
conveniently-
because why wouldn't he just be like?
Yeah, that he conveniently forgets to do.
Yeah, why doesn't he do that to the Fantastic Four?
Oh, you're getting too close to me. Smash your head.
Yep.
Done.
That was one of the best things about. And also, we've been on a real big. We love Honest Trailers, and they even like, "Oh, we're going to defeat the most powerful villain of all time by punching him
in the face."
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four. But yeah, it's so bad. It's so bad.
You have any movie in the 2000s that has a science montage. In a non-joking way,
Yeah.
a serious science montage, you're gonna struggle.
Yeah, it's
They don't build the characters up well. It's just bad.
yeah. It's just
The way, the whole way they get their powers and everything, like they go to another, like they teleport.
yeah. That's not how it happened.
Why don't they all just have a teleport power then?
Yeah,
That'd be actually kind of funny.
bad. It's just
Yeah.
I think the only movie that did worse than Fantastic Four was that
We Are Your Friends.
That one, We Are Your Friends.
Jim and the
holograms. Made $100,000.
They pulled it out of theaters because it was doing so bad.
Yeah, it sold 1,000 tickets.
Yep.
That was it.
It did so poor. They lost a ton of money on that one.
Yeah.
But I think that was actually a comic book
Jim-
that they really screwed up. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I'm pretty sure it was actually a comic book.
I thought it was just going a teen singing movie.
No, I'm pretty sure it's just really bad. So it's one of those things that you have to bear with, and they did it poorly. So I don't know. There's one more that we have on the terrible list, and it's terrible. It's almost as bad as Fantastic Four.
Almost.
Fantastic Four is a whole level of bad.
It is.
I don't see much beating that. Pan.
Oh God, I haven't seen it, but the clips I saw, the song that they sing.
Yep. If you ever want to see a ton of people, including Hugh Jackman dressed as Blackbeard, if you ever want to see him sing "Smells Like Teen Spirit,"
That's what it was.
it smells like Teen Spirit, and a ton of people just in a valley singing that. That's the movie for you.
Yeah, I'm tempted to see it just to see how bad it is.
Don't pay for it.
I think it's in Redbox. I think I'll pay
That's
$1.
$1.
I'll pay $1.
Wait till you get a free code.
Okay.
Do not pay for that movie. It is so bad. Even my wife loves Peter Pan. Hated the movie.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. If
She's like, it was so bad. I'm like, why?
if Peter Pan fans hate it, you know it's bad.
I mean, the premise of how they become, like how he becomes Peter Pan, he gets clown pirates open a roof and snatch you out of bed. Yep, that makes sense.
I thought he got like separated from his mom.
Well, that was but he grew up in an orphanage.
Yeah.
Well, but then clown pirates snatch you out of your bed.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
That makes... Oh, no, and I'm talking like bungee cord through the roof, snatch you out of bed. Oh, it's bad.
Oh, good. That won't traumatize children.
Nope.
Or anything.
That's why we're like, well, we're probably not going to bring our 3-year-old. She's going to be laying in bed all night just looking up like, don't snatch me.
Oh, God.
Don't open up. I hope the roof don't open. Oh, so yeah, those are some of our worst movies of the year. We can't say enough bad things about them.
No.
So what we'll do now, that was just we need to do that 2015 in review.
Yes.
So
just a couple of the highlights. Like I said, there's lots of movies that I'm sure we forgot about
or just didn't see, and that was we didn't want to put anything on there we didn't see because it would. Yeah. It's almost like a prejudgment.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of news, as always. Try to get you a little bit of news out. Black Panther coming up, with the Marvel Phase 3. They're moving on. They're doing Doctor Strange. They're doing Black Panther. They're doing
Civil War.
Thor. The new Thor will come out soon. That's in like 2 years.
Yeah.
They're saying it's not going to be on Earth like at all. It's going to be pretty much all space. But Ragnarok, I mean, it's supposed to. I think. So and then the Hulk is going to be in that one.
Yep.
We get to see that kind of buddy.
It's going to be a
buddy comedy.
A buddy comedy flick.
Well,
not comedy, but a buddy superhero movie.
Buddy interaction. We just said buddy a lot. Buddy. Black Panther is going to be directed by Ryan Coogler, which is the guy who directed Creed. Did you see Creed?
I did not. I want to.
Creed was actually really good.
It's getting a lot of Golden Globe buzz.
Yeah, it's actually a really good movie. I like the way Creed was shot. I generally liked Creed, and it's one of those ones that I didn't know going into it if it was like a sequel, and I reviewed it saying that it was good. Go see it, but the director of Creed is going to be the director of Black Panther, so hopefully he does a good job. Mm-hmm. Black Panther's another one though, kind of like Ant-Man.
Yeah,
people
not
don't know
know
much
about him, but he's a very important character.
Yeah,
so
he plays a really big role in the Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of need him.
Yeah,
and
hopefully.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. That's all we can ever do is cross our fingers and hope. Next little bit, Joss Whedon, of course, the director from the original Avengers and Age of Ultron. One of the most kind of known directors because he makes a bunch of fan favorite stuff.
Yeah, he was the director of Firefly.
Yep. He has said he is 100% and completely done with Marvel Universe.
No.
Yep. He's and I mean after Avengers: Age of Ultron, you knew that because he even deleted his Twitter.
Huh.
He got mad. He got pissed off about something. I mean, he's saying that there's a lot wrong with it, and I guess it's going in a bad direction. So he's washed his hands of it, and he is done.
Okay. Well,
we have zero chance of ever seeing Joss Whedon again on Marvel.
That's upsetting.
Hey, hopefully we're getting a Dr. Horrible too, though.
Or Firefly reboot.
I don't see that happening though.
You don't want to see it.
Too many people are. I'd like to see it, but too many people are gonna be mad by it.
Yeah,
because they'll either have a new cast, which they don't want.
Yeah,
or they're gonna bring back a cast that they killed. Yeah,
that died. Just bring back
dead people.
Just bring back.
Make a time machine.
Nathan Fillion and have him get a new crew.
No, the crew is what made it so good. You can't beat that crew.
Nah.
Alan Tudyk is your pilot. I mean, come on.
I did like Nathan Fillion, though.
Hey, Nathan Fillion's great, but you have a good crew surrounding him. That's what made it good.
That's true.
Oh,
I saw this.
Yeah, this makes me so excited. Transformers 5. Yes.
Michael Bay is going to give one more shot.
Oh, it's probably not even one more. He's going to make a couple, I'm sure.
what I read is this is the last one, or his last one.
We can hope.
So get ready for some more explosions.
Explosions!
And slow motion running. And that's it.
And, Robot Heaven.
I will say
Robot Dinosaurs.
that 13 Days movie does look pretty good, though.
I do want to see that.
That does look pretty good.
The Secret Soldiers of Benghazi.
That's a Michael Bay film, so.
Oh, John Krasinski, the guy who played Jim in The Office, is in it. And I don't know why, but there's an episode of The Office where Kevin, of course the big fat guy, makes a joke. He's wearing like a wig, and he's joking about looking good. It's not Ashton Kutcher. It's Kevin Malone. I don't know why. That's one of my favorite lines from The Office.
I don't know either.
I love it. It's not Ashton Kutcher. Can't help it. But yeah, John Krasinski's in the 13 Hours, so I don't know. We'll see how that is. I think it comes out 2 or 3 weeks, maybe.
Yeah, it comes out pretty soon.
Yeah. Star Wars is still going to kill it. I don't think anything should come out for like a month. Because Star Wars is going to just kill everything.
It is.
Yeah, it's taking all the money. But, alright, we talked about Spectre for a second. And you said it's supposed to be the last Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
Well, Christoph Waltz, which is, of course, the bad guy, the guy from Inglourious Basterds, he is signed on for 2 more movies. If, and only if, Daniel Craig returns.
Oh.
He's only going to come back if Daniel Craig comes back.
Christoph Waltz is a much better actor than Daniel Craig.
He is. Christoph Waltz is an awesome actor.
So I don't understand. Well, we'll find out then.
Well, from what I've heard, his villain doesn't do jack crap in the movie, though.
He doesn't. He really
He
doesn't.
sits in a shadow and talks.
Yeah. Well, and at the end, he talks to him and gets his eye cut.
That's a bingo. And he's such a good actor.
Yeah.
He's done some good. Horrible Bosses 2 was even pretty funny.
It was.
I don't know.
The Django.
The Django. Did you see where he's getting sued over that for some reason?
Who is?
Quentin Tarantino.
For what? For
I don't know. Over the script.
Django. I do want to see Hateful Eight. We need to go see it.
I want to see it, but at the same time, I don't want to support him right now.
Oh.
Because he protested with the anti-police thing the day after the New York officer was murdered.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That kind of, yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, that doesn't sit too well with me. Yeah, not big fan right now. Did you see any of the new theories about Rey from Star Wars?
No. Oh, well, yes. Do I know what we talked about?
We had our theories.
I'm dead set that she is Luke Skywalker's daughter.
Well, there's a whole nother theory I read, and this one holds a little bit of water, except in a weird aspect of it.
Okay.
All right. And granted, if you haven't seen Star Wars, you might want to tune out for a few minutes because it's going to have almost some spoiler type stuff in it, but not too bad. All right, Rey comes out of nowhere. For all we know, she's an orphan. Have no clue who her parents are, anything like that.
Her parents are Luke.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Okay, you think?
I think.
Well, the stuff I was reading, there's a chance that she is Anakin Skywalker kind of reincarnated.
Okay. Okay.
Your temple cannot talk, Josh.
It can.
Josh just held the mic against his temple and talked.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're thinking into the mic. I've got this. Brain waves.
That's soon. Technology will be that way.
We ain't even gonna have to talk. We'll just sit here and think.
We'll just sit there in silence and we'll record a podcast.
One of our wives will walk in and be like, "What in the hell is going on?" We're just sitting here like looking at each other.
Grunting.
Do you guys have to poop?
Anyway.
How's that poop spray going, by the way?
It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. The poop spray.
Poopery.
Poopery. Alright, so, the Rey, possibly Anakin Skywalker, reincarnated.
Okay.
And they say the reason why. They give a little bit of detail. The lightsaber. That everybody's like, oh, it's Luke's lightsaber. Well, technically, it was Anakin's lightsaber.
Yeah.
When she grabbed it, had that weird connection type thing where she just felt the force through it.
Which you could because it's Luke's daughter, and it was Luke's lightsaber, and then it was Luke's father's before him.
Or it's Anakin.
Or it could
because nobody else felt that when they touched the lightsaber. Nobody else did that.
That's true.
Kylo Ren, whenever he is trying to kind of manipulate her, can't even touch her.
Yeah.
However, he had just been saying, like, pretty much worshiping his grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't touch her. In the same sense that he's kind of worshiping his grandfather, he can't touch her, and he doesn't know why. He can't figure that out.
Mm.
Whenever he's trying to fight her, she's 100 times more powerful. And there's only been one person in the universe of Star Wars who's been the most powerful Jedi on the planet. Anakin.
Well.
Nope, Anakin.
Well, yeah, we won't get into the backlogs.
Well, yeah, we're not going to get into the canon universe. It's not like in the movies.
Yeah,
in one Jedi.
Yeah, in the movies.
One person has been that strong in the Force.
Yeah,
Anakin.
Yeah,
to where she didn't even know how to use the Force, and she could just be like, bloop, did it.
It's true. So,
and the thing is, the reason why they're trying to discredit Luke being her father. At the end of Return of the Jedi, Luke is obsessed with the Force. Like, he is all about living his life through the Force. Becoming the perfect Jedi Master. And in that case, he never would have broken the Jedi Order of loving or hating and any of that.
Yeah, but no one never taught him what the Jedi Order was.
Yoda did. He did.
I guess Yoda did teach him.
So, that's the thing is, Luke never would have fathered a child because he wouldn't have broke the Jedi Code because he was so obsessed with the Jedi Code at that point.
Okay.
I mean, it's all like weird.
Yeah.
It's just one of those things. I think people are just trying to come up with things.
I mean, it does make sense. It does make
Except
sense.
for the words of the Anakin reincarnated. I don't see how it would work.
And back in the first one, just because you didn't have to be related to a Jedi to become a Jedi, you just had to be strong in the Force.
Yeah, which was weird.
So you could be,
and we never
strong in the Force without being related to the Skywalkers.
Yeah, and Anakin never had a father. I mean, his father, he was conceived through the Force, pretty much, and that was a weird thing. That it's actually more described in books that talk about it. That like the Sith Master pretty much got his mom pregnant through the Force, like Force pregnant. That's a weird power. Force pregnant.
Oh man, you got me Force pregnant.
Force pregnant. Walk down the street. Force pregnant. Bah. Bah.
That's right.
Yep, that happened. God, that's the worst power to have.
That'd be awful.
That monthly child support check is going to be a pain just because you pointed at her wrong.
But I was also under the impression, and I think I talked about this with you before, I thought only people with strong in the Force could use a lightsaber. But apparently that's not true.
Well, I think even Han picked it up at one point.
But did he use it? Yeah, he did.
He cut open the wonton. The tauntaun.
The wonton.
The wonton soup.
He cut open the wonton. He did.
He made some soup.
I guess that is... Damn.
Anybody can use a lightsaber. She's got to push the button.
They just can't use it well.
Yeah, and that's what we said. That was the exact words we said. You just can't use it well.
So, did you know that Finn is British?
I didn't.
He is.
Did you know that Rey has a twin sister in real life?
Oh.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep.
But yeah, I saw Finn on a interview, and he is British.
I mean, he did a good job.
Yeah.
I liked him.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay.
There's still not very many women in the Star Wars universe.
Hey, there's 2 now.
And
Captain Phasma.
Also, speaking of Star Wars fan theories or whatever, J.J. Abrams released his people are like, why is Kylo Ren worshiping Darth Vader on the dark side when at the very end of Darth Vader's life he turned to the light nobody of the Force? Like,
Nobody knew about that.
Why wouldn't anybody tell him that? Hey, by the way, your grandpa saved me.
Yeah. By the way, he killed.
Why wouldn't Luke tell him that?
And that was another thing. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
So J.J. Abrams. I didn't read the article because I was at work, but J.J. Abrams released his version of why he worships Vader on the dark side. So I'm just gonna try to find that again.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of more Star Wars talk in the future. It's not even close to over.
No. I'm sure I'll see it at least one more time.
Josh is over here beating the microphone and
Sorry.
sending some damn sound waves into your ears.
Excuse me.
But and you killed the mic. Josh is over here killing mics and beating it and damaging your ears.
Mic drop.
No, that wasn't a mic drop. That was a mic pound. Eminem would not. But all right. I mean, that was really all I had, and I'm gonna look up that theory and show it to you before you leave.
Okay.
So, next week, I don't know. This week, what comes out? We already said what comes out.
Well, Hateful Eight came out.
The Revenant.
The Revenant, yeah, which we definitely want to see.
I want to see that, but I don't know when I'm going to have time before the next podcast because Kayla really wants to go to it. It's going to be hard for me to go see it without her.
Yeah.
Now, however, a couple of guys from my work were talking about going Thursday night. Are you working Friday?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you working open?
Probably.
They're talking about going Thursday at like 10:30, so I'll let you know if we end up doing that.
Yeah, I don't mind. Let me know.
So we're going to try to see The Revenant because that's it's getting some awesome reviews so far.
Yeah, like 5 stars.
4.5, 5 stars, everything.
Yeah, so
it's getting a bunch of good reviews. We
Leo
really want to see it.
may get his golden statue.
Who?
Leo.
Oh, I don't know. The bear's going to get it before him. Have you seen that thing?
No, the bear.
I'll show it to you.
Yeah.
My wife sent me a picture, and it was like the bear that's like attacking him is holding an Oscar. Just because Leo will never get an Oscar for some terrible reason. I don't know. We'll never figure that one out. So, I don't know. Hold on. Let's get Josh's mic fixed. Don't hit it.
So I can say goodbye.
Yeah, we gotta do our farewells for the week. It's been 2 weeks. Gotta get. Well, yeah. We're having an issue here.
Well,
Hold on. We got this. Restart it. I don't know. I think something might be actually wrong with the software because it's saying USB not recognized. Maybe that's someone touching USB mics. So, I guess that about wraps it up for the week.
Yep.
So, check us out on Twitter at BCR Podcast. If you want us to review a movie and watch it, tweet us and let us know. We're going to try to watch Krampus.
Yes.
We need to, because I actually got tweeted and told we need to review that, so we're going to try to go see it. So, alright, as always, I'm Ryan.
I'm Josh.
Go watch some movies.